Hi, 7th graders, it's Miss Martin. I just want to do a little rundown of last week's assignment because there were very few people that understood all of it. And before I move on, I want to make sure that most of you understand almost all of it, if not all of it. So we're talking about volume. So we're talking about the amount of space inside a three-dimensional object. All right, and so for a rectangular prism, and honestly, most of you guys did fine with the rectangular prism. So for a rectangular prism, you simply use the formula length times width times height. And because all sides are either a square or a rectangle, you just multiply those three numbers. So you would do 6 times 5 times 4, right? And 6 times 5 is 30, times 4 is 120, and those would be units cubed. The reason that you're doing cubed now is because you're multiplying by that third dimension, right? Another way of looking at it is if you find the area of just this rectangle here, so just of these two dimensions, you would do 6 times 5 and get 30. And then you would multiply it by the height of the prism, so multiplied by 4, and that would give you the 120. All right, so that's what you have to do for the other one. So let me take this away. And let's look at the triangular prism. So we recognize it as a triangular prism, so at each base is a triangle. So the first thing that you're going to do is just find the area of the triangle, which we did a couple weeks ago. Right, so we know to find the area of a triangle, we would do 1/2 times the base, which is 6, times the height, which is 4, right? So 1/2 of 6 is 3, and 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 is the area of this triangle. And then when we multiply it by this 8 here, we multiply it by the height of the prism. And that's how we get that third dimension. That's how we get that volume. So then we have 12 times 8, which is 96 units cubed. All right, so now let's try the one with the trapezoid. Sorry for the shaky hands. All right, so the trapezoidal prism. So if you look at this, it's 3 dimensions. The base is this trapezoid here. So there's a trapezoid on either side, and then the height separates the two bases. All right, so hopefully you remember that the formula to find the area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the height times the sum of both of your bases. So let's fill in those spots. This is where I tend to get a little shaky, so hold on, sorry. Oops, sorry. So I'm just gonna do it. 1/2 times the height of the trapezoid, which in this case is 6, times the sum of both of your bases of the trapezoid. So 8 plus 12, which is 20. And then 1/2 of 6 is 3, and 3 times 20 is 60. So that's the area of the trapezoid. And then when we multiply 60 by 5, so the height of the prism, that's where we get the volume. We add that extra dimension. All right, so if you didn't understand last week's assignment, so the last assignment that I gave with the 4 prisms, that's what I mean when I say, what's the base? So tell me what the shape of the base is. Write down the formula, and I gave you these as little reminders just now in this video. The triangle, the formula to find the area of the triangle, and then go ahead and find the volume. All right, and there are a handful of you that understood the worksheet, and if you did, I'm just going to put a little brain teaser up there, and you have kind of Monday off. Good job. I just want to make sure that we start Tuesday with everybody having a pretty solid understanding of volume. All right, I miss you guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I can't believe this is how we're finishing our year. Get your homework done. Email me if you have any questions, and let's stay on top of things this last couple weeks. All right? Bye, guys. Miss you.